A lawsuit has been filed by 4 New Orleans area bounce musicians against Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Big Freedia, accusing them of copyright infringement and unfair trade practices. The dispute centers on the phrase, "Release a Wiggle," which the plaintiffs claim was lifted from their 2002 song, "Release a Wiggle," and used in Big Freedia's 2014 single, "Explode." The plaintiffs Tessa Avey, Kiva Bourgeois, Henri Braggs, and Brian Clark were part of a short-lived bounce group called Das Showstoppers. Their song, "Release a Wiggle," recorded in an apartment studio in New Orleans East, gained popularity in local bounce clubs after being featured on a mixtape sold by Black House Entertainment. They allege that Big Freedia, who has ties to Black House Entertainment, appropriated their phrase without permission. In their complaint filed in the Eastern District of Louisiana, the plaintiffs claim that Big Freedia, whose real name is Freddie Ross Jr., would have been familiar with their work due to her association with Black House and the New Orleans bounce scene. They argue that the use of the phrase, "Release yo, wiggle," in "Explode," is a direct infringement on their original song, citing a dozen instances where similar phrases are used. The lawsuit extends beyond Big Freedia to include Beyonce and Jay-Z. Beyonce sampled "Explode" in her 2022 hit single, "Break My Soul," from the album Renaissance. Other writers and producers of "Break My Soul," including Jay-Z, Sean Carter, are also named as defendants, along with various associated companies. According to the plaintiffs, the phrase, "Release a Wiggle," had not appeared in any song before Das Showstoppers' 2002 track. They assert that both "Release Yo, Wiggle" and "Release a Wiggle" are interchangeable when spoken with a New Orleans accent, reinforcing their claim of copyright infringement. In 2014, Kiva Bourgeois uploaded "Release a Wiggle" to YouTube with a description hinting at their struggles in the music industry, especially as members of the LGBTQ+ community. The post reads, "The first version of Release a Wiggle that we recorded for the Black House compilation, Fire on the Bayou, then they did us the dirt. The music business is wicked, especially for a gay, lesbian or transgendered person who don't know the right PPL. Das life." The group obtained copyright registrations for the sound recording of "Release a Wiggle" in 2022 and for the lyrics, melody, and music arrangements in 2023. They now seek recognition and compensation for their work. The plaintiffs are demanding to be credited on both "Explode" and "Break My Soul," along with royalties from future uses of these songs. They also seek damages linked to the profits earned from both songs and Beyoncé's "Break My Soul" tour in the movie Renaissance, a film by Beyonce. Representatives for Beyonce, Jay-Z, Big Freedia, and the producer Black Namil D. Adam Pigott, who is also named in the lawsuit, did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The origins of the disputed phrase, "Release a Wiggle," trace back to the early 2000s. Das Showstoppers, a group formed in New Orleans, created a song that became a local hit within the bounce music community. Bounce music, characterized by its rapid beats and repetitive chants, has deep roots in New Orleans' musical heritage. Big Freedia, known for popularizing bounce music beyond its local roots, released "Explode" in 2014. The plaintiffs argue that given Big Freedia's deep involvement in the bounce scene and her connections with Black House Entertainment, it is improbable she was unaware of their song. Beyoncé's incorporation of Big Freedia's "Explode" into "Break My Soul" brought wider attention to the phrase. The song, "Break My Soul," was a significant release from her Renaissance album, which marked a return to dance and house music influences. Jay-Z, as a co-writer and producer on the track, along with other contributors, has been implicated in the lawsuit due to the use of the disputed phrase. The case highlights ongoing issues of intellectual property and recognition within the music industry. The plaintiffs' decision to secure copyright registrations for their song decades after its initial release underscores the complexities artists face in protecting their work. The lawsuit seeks to address perceived wrongs through financial compensation and proper credit attribution. By filing this suit, the plaintiffs aim to rectify what they see as a long-standing oversight and to gain acknowledgement for their contributions to the bounce genre. The outcome of this case could have significant implications for how phrases and ideas are borrowed and adapted within the music industry, especially in genres like bounce music where community and shared cultural expressions are integral. The legal proceedings will likely explore the extent to which musical phrases can be considered unique intellectual property and the responsibilities artists have when drawing from their musical heritage. This lawsuit also sheds light on the challenges faced by marginalized artists in the music industry, emphasizing the need for greater equity and respect for original creators. As the case progresses, it will not only address the specific grievances of Das Showstoppers but also contribute to the broader conversation about artistic ownership and the rights of creators in the digital age. If the plaintiffs succeed, the case could set a precedent for how courts handle cases of alleged copyright infringement involving phrases and short musical elements. It may lead to stricter guidelines for artists and producers regarding the sourcing and crediting of their material. This could affect the creative processes in genres like hip-hop and electronic music, where sampling and remixing are common practices. Furthermore, the case might influence how new artists approach the protection of their intellectual property, encouraging them to secure legal rights for their work early in their careers to avoid future disputes. In conclusion, the lawsuit filed by Das Showstoppers against Beyonce, Jay-Z, Big Freedia, and others is more than a claim of copyright infringement. It is a fight for recognition and fair treatment in an industry that often overlooks its foundational artists. As the legal battle unfolds, it will be a pivotal moment for the music community, shedding light on the balance between creative inspiration and rightful ownership.